Hi, it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media here in Dubai, and I have Akshay Anand with me, the Group CEO for Barrak. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you so much, Leslie. How are you doing?
So great.
Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Another day, another year.
Yep.
10 years of Breakbulk Middle East, which is absolutely outstanding. And I think I've seen the whole event grow from its infancy. I've been here 5 out of the 10 years.
Pretty good.
So it's it's grown, and it's it really gets down as one of the premier shipping and bulk shipping events on the global stage these days. So it's always a pleasure to be back.
Well, we're so happy to have you, and this event will be a record breaker. That I can tell you right now. Yeah, absolutely. So you did a geopolitical session today.
Yes.
Interesting topic. Certainly one of the most talked about issues throughout the industry. Give me some of the high points.
So from our perspective, Leslie, geopolitics in motion is really what it comes down to. I mean, we live in unprecedented times at the moment, and we deal with sanctions around the world. We have tariff wars going on. We have actual conflicts, close to about 50 small or large conflicts around the world. Being in the region that we are over here, we're in a hotbed of geopolitical activity, to say the least. And it's strange. You might not recall, when I was talking to you last year at the same forum, I thought that was going to be the end of it. And it wasn't going to get worse. It was only going to get better. And I come to you a year later with absolute chaos, right? But see, that's where in all this chaos, that's where we try and bring some stability in it. We try and bring some reassurance to the world at large, and to our customers, and to our and to our principals, that we have a plan in place. The fact is, do we really have a plan in place? I've always been a firm believer that trade flows irrespective of any geopolitical activity. It always finds a way to flow through. Think of a waterfall, and you've got big boulders around you. The water will flow through at some point in time. It will always find a way to flow through. That's the way trade functions as well, and that's the way global trade functions as well. And therefore, if global trade functions that way, global supply chain has to follow. It might not be the most ideal way global supply chain will move, but it will still find a way. And that's really what we're discussing today.
Excellent. So I think one of the biggest issues that we heard from our constituents over the past year is what you mentioned, is the uncertainty.
Yes.
And it's hard to make decisions in a climate of uncertainty when you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So what advice do you have for business leaders on how they can make a decision, move forward, and not get stuck in missed opportunities?
I think so as a panel, and the moderator, and as I was leading the panel, I think some of the key takeaways that we took from this was something that we in the industry have known for a very long time already. In today's day and age, with all the challenges that we face, a business leader or an organization who's flexible, who's nimble, who's agile, who can adjust to these challenges is going to be the winner. And not just going to be the winner, they are going to see this period of turmoil through. And anyone who's not, anyone who will play by the rule book and play by old rule books that do not apply in today's age are going to fall through. And that's, I've had a personal challenge in the way I have myself undergone a transformation. I would, and And I think one of the other elements that we talked about at the panel was how we bring the grassroots of any organization up and ask them to give their ideas on how to deal with these challenges. What so very often happens in larger organizations is that as a group CEO, as a member of the board, with managers in place and a hierarchy in place, very rarely do the people at the grassroots level of your organization get a chance to be part of the decision-making process. And that is something that we all agreed upon at the panel that needs to happen a lot more. Because at times, some of the best ideas on how to circumvent and look for alternate trade routes, look for alternate solutions, comes from the grassroots people that we employ. And therefore, human capital is an enormously important part of what we do. And today, it is even more important.
Looking at that, how will you balance the roles of people and AI as it improves?
Well, it's interesting you bring this up because this was a very pertinent question on an AI side. And I think I've said this in various previous forums as well. And I hopefully stand by what I say, where there is place for AI in our industry, and it's only as an enabler. It is, I think, what happens very often is people come back and tell you, oh no, AI is going to come in, change the industry entirely. No, they won't. We're very, for want of a better word, we're very grunt work kind of an industry to be in. There's no way AI will replace the work that we end up doing in ports, the work that we end up doing, the really labor-intensive activities that we do. They can only enable, and they can only make data optimization a lot more efficient. But that's about it. So there are limits to what AI can do in this field. But if I had a crystal ball and I'd say 50 years hence, 50 years from here on, what would it look like? Maybe, yes. But I think for the foreseeable future, the 5, 10, 15, 20-year period, AI is an enabler. It will remain with us and only grow in doing what we do best. But it is never going to replace, at least in the short term, the labor-intensive work that our industry requires.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You covered a lot of ground.
Thank you. It's brilliant. Thank you.